All right. How we doing, everybody? Here we are, Thursday night, trying to figure it out. Of course, you can tell I am on the road. Spartanburg. Let me turn this game down. Spartanburg, South Carolina. I don't know if I like the way that looks. I'm just going to leave it like this. You can look into two rooms. Everybody check in. Tell me what's happening. I'm still trying to get everything lined up here. It's not quite 6 o'clock. And I've got these headphones in, so I may stutter and stall slightly. But you're going to have to bear with me. I'll try and change it up a little bit. All right. Let's see. I got some show notes somewhere. I'm just trying to get the old system ready to go. Y'all gonna have to let me know if I'm getting out. All right. Excuse me. Man, I've been in class all week. It's asbestos supervisor training. Been working in class from 4:30 to 8:30 to 4:30 daily. Homework every night. Let me take these darned old earbuds out. Homework every night. And still getting my other videos done and out. Got them edited and doing homework. I got the big test tomorrow. Man, I can tell I'm not as smart as I think I am. I know that's for certain. But anyway, that's what's going on in my world, and I wanted to make sure I got out here with y'all tonight and had fun with you. Send me a message if you're tapped into this thing. I'd like to. I don't have everything up, but I'm trying to keep track of multiple streams here. So let me know how I'm looking, boys and girls. I'm still pumping it out here. Anyway, good evening and welcome to the Rabun County Rag. Looks like I got an excellent connection. Maybe this old hotel room will give me a better connection than I normally have with the old Starlink. I got to check my audio, so y'all bear with me. Go ahead and start checking in. If I got to stay close to this microphone, and because if I get too far away out, you hear it start to echo. So I need to stay kind of close here, and I got to remember to leave these headphones in. Anyway, good evening, neighbors. Welcome back to another Thursday with the Rabun County Rag. If you're new, glad you joined. If you've been riding with us, you already know this stream is our campfire where we share handshake wisdom, hill-born stories, and watch over the wild places that raised us up. Probably going to be a lot of repeat from last weekend. I didn't get a chance to read the newspaper, and I've only got one screen to operate on, so it's kind of dizzying for me. I normally have 2 or 3 screens open with a lot of check the stream condition, check the OBS, check the streamware, and all that, and follow some kind of script. But I don't have all. I mean, I got it all, but I can't see it all at once. It's just too much. So anyway, I want to find our somebody tell me what our we are a community of like-minded people with common interest in hunting, fishing, protecting our community, culture, families, and environment. We exchange ideas, resources, and information. Anyway, that's what we do here. Share our stories. Tonight we're talking about seasons, streams, snares, and history, the things that make Rabun County the place we stand for. Settle in for wild season, quiet calm, and county roots. All right, somebody give me a like. Somebody hit me up in the comments, and looks like I've got an excellent stream tonight. And if I get too far away from this mic, it's going to echo because I'm in a bare hotel room. So help me stay straight. If I start sounding weird, let me know. Let me see if I'm at where I need to be. Yeah, excuse me. You could probably hear this old thing clicking away here. So please forgive me. I'm just letting her rip. Might have been reading from last week's script. I don't know. We're going to find out. All right. It's ragtime. When neighbors gather around and shine a lantern on what matters. Hunting, fishing, trapping, history, family, and Rabun pride. We're ready to fire it up for you tonight. Let's see what we got. The season. Oh, here we go. We're going to change it up a little bit. Y'all forgive me. Season shifts and Rabun roots. Good evening, friends. I might be out of town, but home is never far, especially when we're talking hunting, fishing, family in the hills that shaped us. Looks like we've been talking about deer season prep for a while. I hope everybody's out there getting ready. Archery opens 13 September, firearms 18 October. Time to scout, set stands, and tune gear. Dove season's coming up though. When is Labor Day? Kicks off Labor Day weekend. Somebody look on their phone, give me a date for Labor Day. It ought to be coming up real soon. What is that? The 1st of July? I mean, the 1st of September? Is that when Labor Day? Let me look on my phone. Labor Day. Let me look here. If y'all beat me to the punch, post it before I get there. All right. Come on, Scott. Man, my old neck is stiff sitting in that old classroom, and it is dull stuff. They showed us old video yesterday, and it was on a process called, 1st of September. Heck, man, we're 1 week and 3 days away. 1, 2, 3 days, 4 days away from deer season for archery. So you ought to be out there scouting your stands, and dove season coming up too. If you got somebody who's got a field where they'll let you hunt, you ought to start talking to them folks. There we go. Had to get the phone charging. Man, it's been rough. Whew. Let's see. I don't have the newspaper. Well, I got it online, but I got too many screens open. I'll never be able to read it to you to get it out to you and see what's going on. If you've read the paper, local paper, give me some idea of what's going on out there. Not had time to read it today. Matter of fact, stayed in class till 5 o'clock and had a phone call 5:15. Got up here to the room, had leftover. Man, I was so hungry yesterday. I went to this Mexican restaurant. My favorite Mexican food is a chili poblano. For you who don't know, a chili poblano is where they take a poblano pepper and kind of char it, and then open it up, pull the seeds out, stuff it full of cheese or meat or something like that. Then they batter in eggs and fry it, and then they cover it with some type of sauce, and normally served with beans and rice. No, beans and rice the rice probably ain't good for my sugar, and I had the old tortilla chips and in that old class today, man, I don't know what's wrong with these people. They get big old buckets of candy, and I stood there for a little while and ate about 4 or 5 pieces of that old cheap sugar candy, like, what they call them? Sunburst, Starburst. I had some Tootsie Rolls. I ate a couple of those darn things, and did pretty good for lunch. Had 3 boiled eggs and 3 sausage links. But anyway, that's what I've been doing. And like I said, I got back to the room. I had half left over from last night where my eyes were bigger than the stomach. And got in the room and microwaved that leftover chili poblano and the beans and rice and shoved it down the gullet and set up the stream and got going right away. Ain't had a break yet. But I wasn't going to miss the opportunity to be here with y'all tonight. Y'all give me a chat, give me a thumbs up, give me a hello, something, let me know somebody's watching. We've been doing this for a number of weeks now, probably 2 or 3 months. And I've had some people look at it in the after the show, and I think I've had a couple pass through, but stick around, let's talk about it. Send me a chat. Let's see, where were we? Deer season. Make sure you get out and tune your gear. Make sure your quivers is working well. Got good quivers on your arrows. Make sure your broadheads are good and sharp. Make sure your limbs are tightened up and tuned right. Check your strings. What do they call it on a bow? Anyway, I'm confused. Make sure that your bow strings are in good shape. Make sure you got it targeted out. Make sure you got it scoped in, And then also we got dove season kicking off. Labor Day weekend, a week and 3 days, dove season. So if you know a farmer's got some fields, get to talking to him. See if you can hunt some of them birds and get you a nice, I can taste them bacon wrapped dove breast right now, can't you? Anyway, also you got, trapping season's a little ways out yet. December 1st through February 28th for most fur bearers. Coyotes and beavers year round on private land. Respect the land, respect the law. Hot summer means bass and bluegill at dusk and dawn. Lake Burton, Moccasin Creek State Park, solid bet. Top water early, Worms Lake, perfect for kids on the bobber line. Ooh, we missed the bluegrass. Anybody give me an update? Let me know how the bluegrass, Dillard Bluegrass and Barbecue Festival went a couple weeks ago. I missed that one. August 31st, we got some fireworks in downtown Clayton. Put that in your calendar. The little kids love to see that. And it looks like we got the Taluau at Tallulah at Tallulah Gorge on September 1st. That coincides with the Clayton Crawl on 21st September. That's a pretty good time. They shut down the roads and vendors get out there and get to show their wares, and you have an opportunity to look at their stuff and their art and purchase it if you like. And there's all kinds of food vendors, and it's a real good family time. So if you're in town on September 21st, give it a check out there at the Clayton Crawl. How's the sound getting out? I see I'm clipping a little bit, and I'm not sure which way I need to turn this to get the gain down. Let me see where we're going. How's this? All right, we'll keep playing with it. If I blow y'all out and I'm breaking up, please let me know. Give me a comment down below. All right, but back to and then Foxfire Mountaineer Festival, October 5th. Foxfire's been a big part of the community in Rabun County for a number of years. It's a great way to go take a look at the Foxfire, and it's a museum, and it talks about the life in early Appalachia. It's an opportunity to see how people live. They have expositions from blacksmithing to bread making to kitchen cooking at that time frame, and it's a real good history lesson. So if you're around Rabun County and Clayton on October the 5th, make sure you give that a check out. Encourage folks to show up, and it keeps the heartbeat of the county alive. All right, checking in here, y'all. I guess I'll tell you again, I'm out of town. I'm in Spartanburg, South Carolina. I've been working with the company for training. It's AAA Environmental, and they're good folks over there. It's just that, man, I get, sitting for several hours a day. You got to have that old iron butt. I tell you what, and last time I had iron butt is when I used to ride motorcycles, and I would get on that thing and ride 500 miles on a motorcycle. You talking about an iron butt? That's the only thing that's required a more irony butt than sitting in a class for 8 hours a day. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I got a test tomorrow, and then I'll leave out of here and head home. Then I got to do some billing. I got to pay the bills. And then on Monday morning, I head out for a project in Paradise, Kentucky. Be there probably a month. I may get home one time in between there. Hopefully it won't stretch out. I'd like to be back in the home studio as soon as possible. But the company I'm working for, they're good friends of mine, and I've done plenty of work with them. Matter of fact, I don't know. We'll see. You may see me come clean shaven. It's been a while since I've had a clean shaven face, and I'll probably keep the goatee. But as the largest part of this project is asbestos, and I'll be doing some oversight on an asbestos contractor, and I may have to go into containment. We will see whether I have to shave or not. I've done all the prerequisite work. I may have to get a respiratory physical. Don't know yet. Hopefully I can still pass it. I haven't exercised all week. Whoo, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it when I get back to where I can. It's just that I've been busy, man. You got to think about it. Homework, and then scripting my other videos for my other channels, recording those, editing them, and then doing this live stream. And man, time's getting away from me. The history corner this week, a little bit of history about Rabun County. It was founded in 21st December 1819 from Cherokee land. It's one of only 5 counties in Georgia that didn't secede during the Civil War. I guess the independence in Rabun County runs deep. We didn't want to be a part of either side on that. That's kind of the way I feel today. Y'all let me know how you feel. I don't think that we need to live according to anybody else's region. I think we've got our own little sweet culture right here in Southern Appalachia. The friendliness and the kind of people that live with us, and I like it. and I don't want to see it change. Now, the interesting thing is, in the early 1900s, they flooded the ghost town of Burton that lies under Lake Burton. Gone, but not forgotten. If anybody knows how deep that little old town is under the lake, let me know. And I wonder if there's any structures down there and get one of these robotic drones, underwater drones. It might be kind of cool to go down there and look around and see what's left. That water's clear. It ought to be able to see pretty good. The water ought to be nice and clear down there. Might be able to do some exploratory work. Probably some stuff that ain't been done since the thing's been flooded. Might be a real good opportunity for somebody that's got a drone. Anyway, here we are, Rabun County. Rabun County's a great place. You know, we've got waterfalls. This is the waterfall capital of Georgia, Rabun County is. I've been to a number of them. Angel Falls, I think. Minnehaha Falls. There's a fall over there at War Woman. Been to Hemlock Falls. I think there's Panther Creek Falls. If y'all know the rest of them, let me know. I'd be interested in. And I've seen the list before. I guess I could call up a Pluriforia and ask her, but she takes up screen space, and I really don't have the screen space. I don't know if this old phone is working or not. Let me look at some. Let's see. Let me see. I don't know if my walkabout is working or not. Nope. I don't even know. It says I got it. Let me come back to Rabun County Rag. Anyway, it says that my phone, I wonder if it'll pop up if I ask it to. I don't see it working. Let's see what we got. Yeah. It ain't working. I got to figure some stuff out. I'm still piddling around. If there's an expert on this live streaming in the crowd, y'all give me some hint on how to do a better job. I really want to do a better job for y'all. All right, we're talking about one of 5 counties that didn't succeed during the Civil War. I guess we wanted to maintain our independence. Water in Rabun County, and I know I've been talking about it quite a bit, and I think I need to talk about it some more. Water is Rabun's treasure. It has the most rainfall in Georgia. But as we've talked about before, short-term rental and develop are straining springs and wells. Encourage conservation, zoning, vigilance, and stewardship. Man, I'm still reading from last week, I feel like. Anyway, draft at 2 or 3. All right, so she's telling, that's about all I got. Is she's giving me enough stuff and I got to fill in. It sure would be helpful if someone gave me some comments. Or if somebody even just decided to watch, that'd be nice. I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to fill this hour up. Tell me what y'all think about. Anybody got any experience in asbestos like I've been going through all week? I'd like to have some information on that too. Got a test tomorrow. They say you got to make 70% or better to escape it. And I really need to help out my friends. I really need to get 70% or better. I'm feeling pretty confident. I don't think I'll make anywhere near 100, but I think I'll make the 70%. I'd like to make close to 100, and I've been working on it real hard. Y'all want me to show you a book I've been studying all week? This is only one of 2 of the same thickness. Hang on, man. Oh, man. There you go. Let me see if I can get this thing turned. This is what I've been studying all week right here. Got it turned around. This is how thick that book. This is only one of two books I've been studying all week. And they're going to give me 100 question exam tomorrow. Oh. If y'all got a home built in the 40s and 50s and 60s and early 70s, I will go ahead and put this out there. You need to check it or have somebody who's qualified to check it and make sure that it doesn't have asbestos in it. That stuff's pretty nasty. And if you want me to talk about it, I certainly will. Let me know. But I've been learning to be a supervisor on asbestos removal all week. How's the weather? Wife showed me a video as she tried to get out and cut the grass in the front yard, and it's this Friday will be 3 weeks with all the rain. That stuff ought to be mowed and baled, not just cut with a lawnmower. But heck, I ran out of time the week before. I went down to see Dad last week. I talked to y'all about that, and I decided going to see him was far more important than cutting that grass, and so my wife's been trying to take up the slack, and I appreciate it. I might have to get home this weekend and do a little grass cutting, but I will be out of town, so I got to do some billing, and I've got to pay my own bills. Lord knows. Just darn old gas company came out and made a big delivery. Didn't fill me up. I mean, they filled me up and I didn't take on that much, but the fact that, man, power bills and everything else rushing in on me, doggone. I know y'all feeling that pinch too. Let me know. And, my old back and old butt and all that's hurting from that class this week. Anyway, anybody know anything about that Rabun Gap Nachuchi School, founded in 1903, built on education, service, and mountain grit, yet still standing as a testament to what faith and hard work can accomplish. And it's a beautiful school. When you're coming down 440, when you're going up 441, you look up on the left on the hillside there, and it's a big, beautiful school, and they've got, they teach a lot of people a lot of different things. It's a preparatory school, and it's nice to know that people can attend school in such a wonderful setting as the Rabun County in the southern Appalachian Mountains. How's everybody's garden doing? Boy, my garden, I tell you what. It put out for us this year. It didn't put out like I was expecting because of all the rain, but we have enjoyed a fairly bountiful garden. I've made some wonderful salads, squash salads, zucchini salads. I haven't baked any. My wife made a wonderful squash casserole. They've had plenty of tomatoes. Boy, we had some of them purple Cherokees. They're and we call them an heirloom variety, and they are sweet and delicious. We've had a lot of, that old. Y'all forgive me. I'm gonna try to see if I can adjust. It ain't gonna let me do it. Son of a gun. Now I'm pointing down. Y'all give me a minute. This darn thing. Let's see if I can get some wedging done. Yeah. I ought not drink before I try all this. Just kidding. I drink. But now I gotta change my darn setting. Oh, man, I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. All right. Well, I can't see nothing. I think I'm going to let it roll like it is. Anywho, boys and girls, I got to minimize that devil. All right, so what's going on out there? Somebody get back with me. Anybody got any news in the county? I hadn't read the Facebook this week. I hadn't read the newspaper this week. So I'm just out here jabber-jawing, hoping somebody could jump in and give me some idea on what to talk about. The old grandson started school here. I guess he's doing all right with that. His mom and dad said the teacher's been sending home regular compliments on the boy, so I guess he's enjoying himself. Being a little boy, I suspect that he's gonna, and knowing his personality. Uh-oh. Now what have I done to myself? Oh, man. Y'all forgive me. Like I said, I got all these screens open. How's that look? Look good? Thank you. I'm going to leave it right there, I think, for a minute and see how this plays out. All right. Oh, man. Look at that phone. It got me a message. I got a message on the phone. Maybe somebody texted me direct. Oh. Turned old fools. Makes him think I'm interested in anything like that. Y'all get a bunch of junk phone calls. I guess they're junk mails or sales calls or... I don't want to travel with another screen. I wonder. I can't even do that. I mean, I got so much stuff on this one little old computer, I can't see what I'm doing. Let me look here. Y'all talk to me. I'm just sitting here messing around. System. Crap. Try this again. Display settings. It don't show me nothing. I'm sitting here looking around and it don't show multiple displays. I'm going to see if I can detect. Yeah, well, I ain't got another multiple display. I was going to see if this old TV I got in the room here would give me another display so I could tune something up on it, maybe the Rabun County Rag, and read through that. I just feel like I'm unprepared, and I hope y'all forgive me. If you want to jump in and offer up a comment or ask me to say something about something, I'll sure do it. I'm here and ready. Who is ready for some drier, cooler weather? Boy, this has been the wettest summer that I can ever remember in Rabun County, and I've only been there 8 years. Some of you old timers chime in and let me know if you've ever seen a wetter year here in Rabun County. Let me check my audio. I'm gonna be on here till 7 o'clock, so I can either make stuff up or y'all can tune in and join the party. But I'm gonna stay with it. I don't like the way that sounds, but it's gonna stay like that because I don't know what else to do. I could, every time I'm adjusted, wait, there ain't nobody watching. I can sure fool around and see what I got. And if somebody hops on, we can have a conversation. Let's see what a compressor. All right. Let's see what happened. Oh, I shut myself down. All right. What is ratio? Audio. Check. Check. Audio. I don't know what I'm doing. Attack. Attack. All right. That didn't do nothing. I can check. Whoa, I burned the gain up. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I'm going to delete that. No. All right. I don't, being away from home, it's hard to set these audio levels so I sound decent. I know I may not sound good, but hopefully y'all let me know. Let's see what. Oh crap! Yeah. Well, here I am. Oh, and then this thing's got a mute button on front of it. So, and then it's got different patterns. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, all right. Let's suck that back. You devil. Let me put this over here. All right, boys and girls. Shoot. There we go. I see. I'm learning. Man, I don't like the way this thing sounds. Oh, welcome to the Raven County Rag. Give me a comment. Let me know how this thing sounds. I'm going to just, yeah. Now you can tell I turned the noise suppression off. Let me put that back in. Noise suppression. And there's two of them. And that's the low quality. Let me see where the noise comes in. All right. And let's close it. And the gain. I'm in the yellow. I don't like that. I want to add. I want to sound like a deep radio voice. I wonder what I would use to do that. Compressor, expander, noise suppress, upward. I don't know. Let's see. Y'all keep me abreast. That's not going to be it. Attack, threshold, ratio. Okay. Let's see if I can add another. Compressor, expander. Okay. All right. That still sounds like a old-timey radio. RMS. I don't know any of that. Well, here I am. I still got 25 minutes. All right. I don't know. I could move up closer. It seems like it sounded better earlier, but here we are. Anyway, how about if I move? See, I can move further back, but it's still. I know what. The 3-band equalizer. Okay, let's see what happens if I drop those highs. Audio. Ooh, I don't like that. Drop it high. Increase the medium. Increase the low. How's that sound? Okay? Well, I don't know. Y'all tell me. Alright. Well, we'll keep playing with it. And go check this. Advanced. All right. You know, if I had some of that fancy hardware, it could adjust this automatically. All right, there we go. Let's see. Man, that thing is... All right. Dove seed. And did we talk about who we are? I think we talked about it earlier. Yeah. The Raven County rag, since, you know, I'll go ahead and talk about that, the origins again. You know, the term rag is, well, chewing the rag used to be chewing the rag. And it's an old ham radio term where before they had telephones or cell phones or anything like that, ham radio operators, that's amateur radio operators, they'd get on their shortwave bands and they would tune in that radio, tune it in, and they could talk to people who were 1 or 2 counties over and the conditions are right. They could talk clean across the country or clean across the Atlantic Ocean. But they would make friends and they would check on their friends and spread information about what was going on in their community. You know, tell jokes, talk about what was going on in their part of the world. And what they called it was chewing the rag, rag chewing. And so when I decided to start doing this channel, I decided to call it the Raven County Rag, is where we talked about chewing the rag, getting together and sharing information in the community. And I've defined it as we're a community of like-minded people with common interest in hunting, fishing, protecting our community, culture, families, and environment. We exchange ideas, resources, and information. I tried to put it in a good order that covered everything in a prioritized way. I think family needs to move a little further up. And if somebody wants to suggest a better wording for this little endeavor, I am more than willing. Excuse me. We have had some changes that no, I'm going to be real honest. I'm proud of what our president has done as far as, I don't know. Y'all hear that? Trying to run them crimes out of the nation's capital. And he's right. You know, I've been to Washington, D.C., and it's an absolutely beautiful place. And to see it ruined by graffiti and homelessness and shanties and dirty streets and all that, that's our pride and joy. And the rest of the world looks at that and imagines how we might look in our own hometowns. So, you know, I may not agree with everything, but I do agree with that. Maybe some of these other cities will take up and take his lead and do something to increase their own beauty in their own communities. Now, it's not only our political leaders' responsibility. You know, it's our responsibility as well. You know, we've talked about litter bugs and people being disrespectful, coming to our home county and visiting and leaving a mess. We don't want that. We can't allow it. Because if we allow it, then it'll end up looking like our nation's capital current state of affairs. I'm going to still eat some of them chips, so if somebody comes on here and says something, I'll quit eating. Meanwhile, I'm going to keep talking and eating. But anyway, it's just not up to our political leaders. It's up to the individuals in the community. And we really need to pull together and set a standard, and through leadership, being an example, set the pace of how we want to live in our community, by keeping it clean, tidy, keeping order, not allowing. I'm not saying people can't protest. They can do it. They can get a permit and stand on the street corner wherever it's allowed and protest anything they want. Either how badly we're treating Bigfoot or how badly we're treating people that fly a different flag. But we have laws in this country, state, and county that need to be adhered to. We have organized ourselves and established these laws and regulations to guide our lives. And if you come and visit us, or if you come to live in our county, then we expect you to abide by all applicable laws, rules, and regulations until there's enough people who think that whoever created those laws were out of line and they need to be changed through the vote, not through violence. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going to work harder at doing I need a standardized format. And I had one at one time, and me and Pluriflora got to messing around. And now it's nowhere where it used to be, and I don't blame her. I blame me. I've let it get out of where I thought it needed to be. She's done a great job, and she just needs more guidance. And I intend to give her that and see if we can't develop a more flowing script and program, break it up into segments. If you've got some ideas on what kind of segments and how this needs to be presented, please get in touch with me, send me a message, and let's make that happen. This ain't about Scott. This is about Rabun County. And I think everybody should be involved. I'm just trying to get it going. So help a poor boy out. I'll just sit here and eat and talk. I'm going to work on that script. I think we need to have certain things, and so far it's not bad. Welcome, who we are. Get our tagline in, talk about upcoming seasons, talk about community events, talk about, a part of history in the county. I still haven't made contact with anybody at the Rabun County Historical Society. I really want to do that too, to see if, I've got additional equipment. I could set up cameras and we can record a family history, or we can let somebody who's intimately involved with the history do a video recording and talk about the history that the part of the county that interests them the most and make a permanent record. And we can even create a YouTube site for them. If you pop by and you're associated with the Rabun County Historical Society, let's get together. Man. I can see that, man, having a Rabun County Historical Society YouTube channel. Publish it monthly, weekly, whatever you want. I do want to give a shout out to Bill Barker at Wolford Baptist Church. I still do try to appreciate and enjoy his daily inspiration. And I know that's a lot of work to make a video like this on a daily basis, but he's probably like me. He's been talking so many years. He's got plenty to talk about. Maybe he'll pop on here one day and say hello. You know, one thing I could do would be kind of fun if I can make it happen. It ain't working. I could milk lad. Put me a anyway, I'm just going to leave it like it is. I was thinking about putting my old skull image up there. What y'all think? If y'all want to see my skull in here, I think I can put it in there. Let me see what I can do. Go to here. I know what I can do. Watch this. Y'all ready? Let's try this out. Scene, window capture, image. Add existing. I don't see it. Well, type it in. I'm sure y'all tell me what you think when I'm done here. And now, I'm going to browse. Am I still on there? If I go blank, you know I've done something wrong. You ready? Let's see what happens. Whoa, that's a little big. Let's see what I can do. Oh, made it disappear. And then move it over to here. How about right there? How's that look, boys and girls? How about that? Oh, man. Nobody told me I had a darn crust on my nose. I've been sitting here doggone it, y'all. It hurt my feelings. Somebody told me I had a crust on my nose. That's why I probably wouldn't say nothing either out of politeness. Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping her up. Anyway, don't forget the local events coming up. Don't forget to take care of your waters. You know, seasons change, but our values hold steady. Scout your woods, show up for your neighbors, protect the streams. This isn't just nostalgia, this is an inheritance. Keep your bows sharp, your creeks clean, your roots deep in Raven soil. Until next Thursday at 1800, this is Bubba, and this is The Rag. I appreciate y'all stopping by, and I appreciate you watching. Make sure you leave a comment and tell me what you think about it. And be sure and join us next Thursday evening at 1800 at 6 o'clock, and we'll go to 7. I'm shutting it off a little early tonight. I'm being out of town, and I'm not seeing anybody on here, and I didn't prep very well, but I did want to get out here and just touch bases with y'all. Anyway, until next Thursday night, y'all have a grateful day and a grateful week, and we'll see you next Thursday at 6